gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah.
If we're talking about smartphone brands in 2022 that still deliver the kind of exciting and unpredictable designs we used to see during the golden age of mobile phones, when every new generation brought something completely different and genuinely exciting, then Huawei is probably the only name that comes to mind. From dual-fold devices to triple-fold concepts, and from elongated foldables to the latest Pura X Max with its giant expanded display, Huawei continues to push folding technology into new territory. While many competitors are still refining traditional foldables, Huawei has already introduced another evolution of the category with this massive wide-format foldable. At this point, Huawei's expertise with folding mechanisms is almost unbelievable. It feels like they've been mastering folding products for centuries.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Now, let's open the box. Peeling off the protective film and unfolding the phone for the first time reveals something quite surprising. The unfolded Pura X Max has almost exactly the same dimensions as an A4 sheet of paper. Thanks to its nearly perfect square root 2 to 1 aspect ratio, it's an ideal device for reading and consuming content. Despite that large display area, the phone remains impressively slim at just 5.2 millimeters thick. It's lightweight, comfortable to hold, and surprisingly easy to use. In fact, holding it feels a bit like secretly reading comics during class back in school, convenient and enjoyable. Even before touching the screen, you can already imagine how immersive videos and games will feel on a display like this. And speaking of gaming, the first thing that popped into my mind was something from decades ago, the classic Game Boy. Over the past few years, many manufacturers have tried to recreate that nostalgic handheld gaming experience. However, most solutions relied on extra accessories, awkward attachments, cardboard-style add-ons, or small screens with unusual proportions. The Huawei Pura X Max, however, feels like the first phone that truly captures the distinctive shape and feel of a classic handheld gaming console. Whether the device is folded or unfolded, it sits naturally in your hands and feels remarkably similar to a dedicated gaming system. Playing classics like Pokémon, Super Mario Bros., Metal Slug, or Road Rash instantly brings back childhood memories. Gaming is all about having fun, and this design makes that experience feel even more enjoyable. When folded for gaming, the Huawei Pura X Max's unique shape really shines. Although the external display measures a fairly large 5.4 inches, most users can comfortably wrap one hand around it and hold it securely. The compact form makes the phone feel incredibly easy to grip. The sensation is almost like holding a pack of cigarettes comfortably in one hand, compact, natural, and secure. The more I used it, the more I realized that the entire folding and unfolding experience, along with the overall shape of the device, closely resembles an old-fashioned wallet. And when you think about it, that actually makes perfect sense. For more than a decade now, people have essentially stored their money inside their phones through digital payments. Turning a phone into something that resembles a wallet feels surprisingly logical. Combine that with Huawei's consistently attractive rear panel designs, the perfectly symmetrical horizontal camera module that perfectionists will absolutely appreciate, and even the matching symmetry of the speaker grills on the frame. And the result is a device that feels refined, dependable, and exceptionally well crafted. But why would Huawei create such an unconventional foldable design in the first place? Surely it wasn't just to recreate the feeling of an old Game Boy. Of course not. The real purpose of this design is to better accommodate software experiences and digital content. So let's move on to the software side. Even though the outer display is compact enough for one-handed use, it's still a fully functional 5.4-inch screen. By double-tapping the small white bar at the bottom, you'll trigger a smooth animation. The words "I" accompanying appear, and the white bar transforms into a thicker colored strip. Open any application, and Huawei's AI assistant, Xiaoyi, doesn't simply pop up on demand, it becomes permanently integrated along the right side of the display. This feature is called Companion AI, and the name perfectly describes its purpose. It's designed to stay with you continuously. Meanwhile, your regular app content shifts into the familiar portrait layout on the left side of the screen. The AI assistant occupies the right side and constantly analyzes and understands what's happening within the content you're viewing. What used to be an AI feature you occasionally summoned has now become a permanent digital companion that's always present and ready to help. And this is exactly where the larger display becomes meaningful. For the past few years, nearly every major smartphone brand has been promoting AI features. No matter how advanced those tools become, however, the experience usually remains the same. You wake the AI, use it briefly, and then dismiss it. Why? Because traditional smartphone displays simply weren't designed to give AI a permanent place to exist. AI has never really had its own space. Huawei approaches the problem differently. With the Pura X Max's unusual screen layout, AI finally gets a dedicated home within the device. It can actively assist while you're studying, working, browsing, or using apps without constantly appearing and disappearing. In that sense, while other manufacturers are still making promises about AI, Huawei has essentially built a permanent residence for it. It's one of the first companies to respect AI at the hardware design level. And honestly, as someone who reviews software experiences, this feature immediately caught my attention. Looking closely at the interface design, you'll notice that the content area on the left follows the phone's rounded display corners. The companion AI section on the right adopts colors that match your current wallpaper, creating a seamless visual experience. You can also press and hold the colored arc in the lower right corner and drag it leftward. When you do, the AI interface expands to occupy most of the display, while the application itself shrinks into a narrow strip that's almost out of view. This design reveals something important. Even though Huawei calls it Companion AI, it's not simply a split-screen feature where two equal applications share the display. Instead, Huawei is pushing the industry towards an entirely different vision. While competitors continue focusing on AI specifications, benchmark numbers, and isolated functions, Huawei is exploring how AI assistants can evolve from passive tools into active, intelligent agents. In other words, while most smartphone brands are trying to squeeze AI features into their phones, Huawei is effectively redesigning the phone around AI itself, turning the device into a dedicated AI hardware. And that signals something much bigger. It's a genuine step towards an AI-first future. After looking at all of this, the obvious question becomes, why does AI need to remain visible on the screen all the time?
Let's try opening a text-heavy app. The moment you open a news article, something interesting happens. Without tapping anything or giving any commands, Xiaoyi immediately recognizes that it's a long-form article and automatically presents options like saving the content, generating a summary, creating a mind map, and even offering a reading guide for the article. It also suggests several questions that readers are likely to be curious about. And honestly, isn't this exactly what makes recommendation algorithms so powerful? Think about it. Why have smartphones become so much more enjoyable to use over the years? Back in the era of portal websites, we had to actively search for everything ourselves. Whenever we had a question, we'd dive into the crowded internet, sift through endless information, and manually figure out what was useful. Most AI systems on other phones still work in a similar way. If you want help, you have to ask for it. You need to tap an AI button, activate an assistant, and wait for it to respond. But recommendation systems changed that. Instead of forcing users to search for answers, they proactively deliver the information people are likely to want. Huawei's Companion AI follows that same philosophy. No matter what content you're viewing, it's constantly working in the background, analyzing and preparing useful information for you. For example, even while playing a game like Happy Laughing Question, you'll notice Xiaoyi remains visible on the right side of the screen the entire time. If you get stuck on a level, you can simply press and hold the circle in the lower right corner and ask Xiaoyi for help. It can analyze the game screen and provide a strategy, such as focusing on eliminating the blue homer and the red fox in the center of the fifth row to create horizontal line clearing effects. Based on the current game state and level objectives, it gives you guidance that feels almost like having a personal coach. So technically, it's legal cheating. I wasn't cheating. Lu Benwei definitely wasn't cheating. And companion AI isn't limited to entertainment or content consumption. Take WeChat as another example. Suppose a friend sends you a message inviting you out. By tapping the screen recognition button in the lower right corner, Xiaoyi can automatically identify the details and generate a to-do item for you. When the scheduled time arrives, it can even proactively remind you. The same applies to work-related software. Applications like SDD can have schedules recognized and added with a single tap. If an address appears on the screen, the AI can even help initiate navigation automatically after identifying the location. As AI technology continues advancing, software that integrates a persistent AI assistant like this has the potential to significantly improve the overall user experience. Now, I know some viewers are probably thinking, wait a second, if it's reading my screen all the time, what about privacy? That's actually an important point. When you're browsing articles on platforms like Tutayo, Xiaoyi continuously analyzes the content and actively suggests related questions. However, the moment you open WeChat, the behavior changes completely. It stops automatically scanning the screen and remains silent. The only time it reads WeChat content is when you deliberately press the screen recognition button yourself. The boundaries are very clear. Personally, though, I don't think I have much privacy left on WeChat anyway. Honestly, I kinda wish Huawei would release a version of companion AI that automatically replies to my messages for me and sends debt reminders to people who still owe me money every few minutes. Maybe one day. We'll take things step by step. Now, if you're someone who says, I don't care about AI at all, I'm not interested in AI features, then let's talk about gaming. Take Honor of Kings as an example. Thanks to the Pura X Max's unique form factor and display ratio, standing exactly in the same position on the middle lane gives you a noticeably larger field of view compared to a traditional candy bar smartphone. Areas that remain hidden on a standard phone can actually be seen on the Pura X Max. The top and bottom portions of the display provide roughly 30% more visible space, which is genuinely useful during gameplay. In practical terms, that's often more beneficial than many so-called gaming phones. And once again, I'd like to clarify, I definitely wasn't using Lu Benwei. If gaming isn't your thing, let's switch to reading. Open Huawei Reading and scroll down to the AI Dynamic Comics section. You'll immediately notice the difference. Traditional smartphones, and even many foldable devices, often display large white borders around comic pages. The Pura X Max doesn't. And this isn't achieved by cropping or stretching the content. The aspect ratio of a comic page naturally matches the wide display ratio of the phone itself. The same advantage appears when watching movies, videos, or browsing photos on Xiaohongshu. Images can fill the display beautifully, while conventional smartphones often leave black bars at the top and bottom. Even content like happy laughs fits comfortably on the screen. Traditional phones frequently leave large unused areas at the top, but the Pura X Max makes much better use of the available display space. So even if you completely ignore the companion AI feature, the device remains an excellent choice purely for consuming content. Simply put, the Pura X Max feels like a stage that was specifically built for displaying content. Looking back on my experience with this phone, from first hearing about it to seeing it, holding it, and finally using it, my feelings followed a very specific progression. First came skepticism, then curiosity, then understanding, and finally acceptance. I genuinely never expected a device with such an unusual shape and seemingly bulky appearance to offer such a distinctive experience. The most important thing it does is move AI from the background into the foreground. At first glance, that might not seem like a huge change, but it's similar to moving a feature that's buried deep inside a settings menu directly onto the home page. According to the basic principles of software design, simply promoting a feature from a secondary page to a primary page can dramatically increase how much value users get from it. The reality is that AI, despite all the hype and technological progress, still hasn't become deeply integrated into everyday user habits. It has transformed content creation and productivity workflows, but its impact on average smartphone users remains relatively limited. Take the iPhone, for example. It still hasn't fully adapted itself around AI, yet sales continue unaffected. That's because users haven't developed strong AI usage habits in the first place. Up until now, most manufacturers have tried solving AI adoption entirely through software. Very few have been willing to acknowledge AI at the hardware level and redesign devices around it. That's why Huawei's approach feels different. A display format that's better suited for content, a permanently available intelligent AI assistant, and a self-developed operating system that prioritizes privacy. If Huawei can continue refining these three areas, then I believe the company's future looks extremely promising. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!